very first pwned of 2011.
Here's what's coming up.
On the show, we mean, not in the year 2011.
No.
I mean, we're not psychic or anything. That would be crazy.
Crazy. Coming up, it's a stalker's fantasy. We learn how to capture sports stars.
We've got some cool info on Dead Space 2, and it's a world exclusive.
And EA Sports Active 2's Gerard Recio gets, well, active with our pwned computer.
Not too active, I hope. Now for some tasty news on Crysis 2. If you fancy an amuse-bouche of multiplayer action, then you can download the demo from the 25th of January for the Xbox 360.
The demo lets you don your nano suit in teams of 6 over Xbox Live.
Also available to download from the 25th of January is the demo for Bulletstorm.
Now, interestingly, Adrian Hmilash from People Can Fly was telling us how they tried to break from the norm by making the exploding barrels in the game green. Unfortunately, the game testers ignored them, so they had to go back to what everyone knows and make those exploding barrels red.
What were they thinking? Exploding barrels should always be red. It's the law.
As you know, Dead Space 2 is out really soon, but you can also tool up and dismember some necromorphs on your iPhone and iPad from the 25th of January.
This mobile version of Dead Space tells the story of a character called Codename Vandal as he enters the mines of Titan and fights to stay alive. So, joining me in the studio is Graham from Xbox, or better known as AC Bongos. Now, he's got a great competition, he's going to tell us all about it. Welcome to the studio.
Thanks very much, Shan. So I'm here to tell you about Operation Dogs of Nam. It's 2 weekends of tournaments on Xbox Live featuring Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam.
And what do people have to do?
So I'm going to be on there. I'll be on there with EA Action Man, and the idea is that people need to take our dog tags, but it's not going to be easy because we've got crack squads of some gaming journalists, some key community members who'll be watching our backs. So it's going to be really tough.
Crikey, so how do people get involved?
So you need to go to ea.com/UK. You can register there. There'll be more news there and information about how you can get involved.
And tell them exactly what they can win.
Absolutely. So if you get our dog tags, you'll be in the chance of winning a trip to Sweden, the home of DICE, the guys that make Battlefield. We've also got amazing SteelSeries gaming headphones to give away as well. So great prizes.
Wow, well there you have it, guys. Get those dog tags and you could be jetting off to Sweden. Thanks very much, Graham.
Thank you.
Mocap. It's not what 50 Cent yells to his mates when he's run out of ammo.
Nice.
It's the art of motion capturing.
Indeed it is. And recently when Matt jetted off to Vancouver, he got the chance to meet EA's mocap team and find out how it all works.
They use computers.
This unassuming building behind me is EA's motion capture studio. Might as well go in while we're here. And this is where it all happens. Check this out. Mike, you're the director of this beautiful facility.
Yeah.
How long has EA been motion capturing?
It goes back about 15 years. The very early stuff was done with 6 cameras is the smallest I've heard, and now we're up to 118 cameras in a very big space.
Do you get a bit of a buzz when famous athletes and actors come in here?
Everybody gets excited about that, and that's why there's a few more people on the shoot floor when the celebrities are in, because we're fans of the games, we're fans of the sports. It makes it a great place to work.
It's not just sport you also do motion capture for some of the action adventures as well, don't you?
Absolutely. Sports was certainly where motion capture started, but as games became more movie-like, they became a bigger part of what we do, and now it's about half and half. We like to use professional movie stunt people. We can put them on wires, we put them on crash mats, we have a stunt coordinator in to make sure everything's safe, and it makes it some of our most memorable days when we do those things. Everybody likes to take a look out the window on those days.
So David Hay, we've had him in for one day. Some games have a lot more motion capture in there.
Yeah.
They take a bit longer. Medal of Honor, how long did that take you to get everything you needed?
That was a big one. We spent over a month working with those guys to get the results for Medal of Honor.
So what games that we've heard of have come through these doors?
Well, they're sports games. We're famous for our sports games. So we've had FIFA and NHL and NBA and Madden football and NCAA football and Tiger Woods. Then on the regular traditional video game side, we've had Army of Two and Mass Effect and Dragon Age and Dead Space and Dante's Inferno. These are all games that have been through here. We're a central hub for all of Electronic Arts.
And of course, this is just the first stage of the data, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because then it goes to other people, it gets tweaked, and then it becomes the final product.
That's right. We capture the initial data, turn it into animation, and then the game teams, they may want to embellish it, they may want to change it, they may want to exaggerate it. They take it from there and build it into their games.
Thank you very much for showing the pwned viewers what goes on behind the scenes. It's really cool.
Great, thanks for coming.
More on that later on in the show.
And news just in. Thanks, Justin. We've got a street date for Shift 2 Unleashed. You can play the game on March the 25th.
Now it's time for our Pwn computer to ask Gerard Recio from the EA Sports Active 2 team some probing questions.
I hope she can keep control of herself this time.
Identify yourself.
My name is Gerard Recio, and I'm an associate producer and the certified strength and conditioning specialist working on EA Sports Active 2.
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
I had eggs, had yogurt, had some berries, and some orange juice.
What gives you the biggest buzz when working on video games?
Being able to provide a fitness experience for people in their homes and also make that experience fun for them to do it so they can stick to their workout program and stick to their fitness program.
I like chips. Is junk food your enemy?
Yes, it is my enemy. Gonna smack down on junk food.
Would EA Sports Active 2 help me lose weight?
You're a computer, so no.
You are a fit young man, aren't you?
This is getting a little weird.
Dead Space 2 is out this month, and we've got some exclusive news about a major new character in the game.
Here's art director Ian Milham with the info.
Isaac and Nicole have been a sort of a key storyline throughout all of Dead Space 1 and they're still around in a manner of speaking, but that relationship has become a bit of a triangle because there's a new character in the game named Ellie, who is a female character, I would say more appropriate for Isaac as a potential relationship in that she's still alive.
That always helps, I find.
Indeed, it's my top line requirement, as a matter of fact. And so she is a CEC engineer, like Isaac is.
Okay.
And very different than his previous relationship. And I think brings a whole new element to it, so it's pretty cool.
Is she possibly a playable character?
No. She's not a playable character. We're not going that far. This is still Isaac's story at its core, but she is critical to the story.
Excellent, so there you have it, a bit of juicy content in Dead Space 2.
So Matt, I was playing The Sims 3 at Christmas and I was thinking of really fun ways to harm them.
That's really weird because I was doing exactly the same thing. So what did you get up to?
Okay, well I let my sim go for a bit of a swim in the pool and then I decided to build a bit of a rockery around the edge. Oh dear, look, it can't get out. Oh, it's struggling. Yeah, it's getting quite tired. Oh, and there we go. So as you can see, met a bit of a watery end.
What a series of unfortunate but deliberate circumstances.
So let's see yours then.
Okay, so here you are. I mean, here's the sim in the kitchen making some waffles.
That does look a lot like me actually.
No, it's just the default character, it's random.
It's even wearing the same clothes.
Well, at least it's wearing clothes this time. What? So she's in the kitchen making some waffles, and then of course I stop her making the waffles, which makes them overheat in the oven. Then the kitchen sets fire, and then she's trapped behind a wall of flames, and to be honest, it's probably best we don't see anymore.
Oh my god, Matt, that looks loads like me. That's really creepy.
Sean, can you speak in Simage for me, please?
What?
Doesn't matter. So what we want you guys to do is to send in your most imaginative videos where your Sims literally meet their maker.
Send us your dastardly YouTube clips to pwned@ea.com.
Now it's time for part 2 of our look behind the scenes with the Vancouver mocap team.
So this is it, one of the biggest mocap studios in the world. Each of these cameras is picking up every single movement that I'm making right now. And each of these red dots is a camera. Each one's worth $17,000. As you can see, that's a lot of, well, cameras. Now later on, David Hay, World Heavyweight Champion, will be stepping into this ring to be motion captured for the brand new boxing game, Fight Night Champion. We're gonna meet the people that do the mocap and take you through the whole process. So you guys affectionately call this the bridge because it looks a bit like the Starship Enterprise. There's a lot of equipment in here, a lot of high-tech stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of hardware. You know, that's one fortunate thing about my job. I get to play with technology that I dreamed about when I was growing up.
So we're starting on shot 4000. Ready on take 1. And action.
So for this capture, you've got a lot of cameras here. Why do you set them up in this certain position?
Yeah, it would take a couple of days with our crew, and the reason why it's set up this way so we can cover every area of our volume. Our volume is basically our capturing space, and as long as our talent, who's all markered up, stays within that volume, our camera system can see them.
This is a marker. These dots are all over David's body. So what's this sort of silver thing made of?
Well, it's basically like a rubber ball with a base, and it's covered with this reflective tape. That way the cameras can see each marker. That's why we have so many cameras, so it ensures that the data quality is very good. Here on the bridge, we have multiple stations. The one that you're at right now is where the operator controls the system that captures the data. So we would be corresponding with the director.
And cut. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. 1A, please.
So when you're directing mocap, what sort of thing do you have to have in mind?
It's kind of different from, you know, your usual directing. You're just looking solely for the body data, so you're not concerned with the actual like facial performance or anything. With a body capture like this, you are just concerned with how the body works and how it moves.
Essentially, when the data is captured, it comes in the form of little markers, and they have a skeleton, a biometric skeleton fit in between the markers. That skeletal data is then streamed to this computer here, where I can take it and manipulate a 3D character with it.
How many people can you have actually being captured at a time in here? Is it just one person, or can you fit a few people in?
Today we had one person, but we've had full-on 5-on-5 basketball, 10 people. We can open up this curtain behind me and have a 150-foot run lane, and we've done that for a football game, so where you can get a full run cycle right from ramp up to full speed to deceleration, and that just makes everything that much more real.
So, Nigel, we just had David Hay in for the stereoscopic scanning. How was that for you?
It went pretty smoothly, actually. He's a good subject to scan. Here we've got 17 cameras. Yeah. They're all in pairs. I combine all cameras to create a 360 model all the way around his head. The people that we scan are very high profile people, and we need to make it as efficient as possible. We can't spend an hour with each of these people.
Is it all right if I step in there and have a go?
Sure.
Cool.
Let's do it.
So you've now seen how the whole process works. You've seen the motion capturing in action. You've also seen the 3D face rendering, and Nigel's got round to finishing my face. So thanks for that, Nigel.
No problem. Did my best.
Yeah. So now my face has been committed to history. I wonder what game EA should put me in.
Actually, Matt, me and the crew had a bit of an idea about that.
So what were you thinking? Some sort of glamorous lead character?
No, we thought you'd make a really good necromorph from Dead Space.
Very funny.
What are you doing Saturday?
It's perfect for you.
Actually looks a bit like my passport photo.
Ooh.
Actually, in Vancouver, I did see something else which will give some of you guys out there a geekgasm.
What's one of those?
So Blair showed me around the prop store at the EA Vancouver mocap studio. Blair, anything interesting to see here?
Well, baseball bat. I got a driver from Tiger Woods. I got this bazooka from CNC Red Alert. Famis. Isaac's plasma cutter from Dead Space 1. This is a modified handgun from Mass Effect 2. Hasta la vista, baby. Gimli's battle axe, FIFA World Cup. This katana sword from Dragon Age. And this from Medal of Honor.
Blair, you've got some cool stuff here. Can I borrow any of this?
No.
Matt, that's a really good look for you.
Yeah, I'll wear that outfit when I'm out with my other friends.
Anyway, so that's it for another episode of Pwned.
Don't forget to send your Sims YouTube clips to pwned@ea.com. You can also email us with anything else you care to mention.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/Electronic Arts.
You can also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Electronic Arts UK.
We're back on the 25th of Feb.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.